right, welcome back. Salute to everybody. On this stream, I want to follow up on a statement that I made in a previous live stream where I said that we have more momentum than the pro FBA streamers, those who give feel-good speeches and only speak about Black Americans in a positive way. Now, don't get me wrong. I think speeches like that are helpful. They have their place. For a psychologically, spiritually traumatized group of people who've been through what we've been through, speeches like that or streams and lectures like that most definitely have their place. Like if I was to set up a rehabilitation type of program for Black men, I would include it. But I would also include the harsh truth. You can't just leave that out. You can't just not point out the things that such a large demographic of Black men are complaining about. If you call yourself a FBA, journalist or whatever, public figure, YouTuber, and you want to deal with Black Americans, and you have 30% or 40, 50% of Black men complaining, seriously complaining, and these complaints lead to destroyed families. It leads to often people getting hurt and unalived. It leads to the absence of families. You're talking about Black women going single, the most single, not getting married. You're talking about Black families not being created. How can that not concern you as a person or figure who deals with Black Americans? This is exactly why on my SBW channel, I'm going to link that channel to every video going forward. That's why I exclusively focused on Black women. I saw the void. There's an absence of people who dealing with the straight up truth, the harsh truth that a lot of people, especially in this matriarch, don't want to hear. Now let's get to the subject. In respect to Tariq Nasheed, I have no problem with Tariq Nasheed at all. But he's probably the most popular. And I listen to Tariq all the time. I thoroughly enjoy his coverage of history. I think he's the best at covering history, period. Hands down. Hands down. And I got enormous respect for the man. I have content saying that I'm going to give him his flowers while he's still here. Because the truth is, he's influenced a lot of Black Americans in a positive way. Maybe also in a negative way in different ways. But we ain't talking, and I'm strictly talking about his work, not his YouTube streams and none of that. I'm strictly and exclusively talking about the Hidden Color series, the actual work that he has put in, okay, and his knowledge and coverage of history, things that are tangible and beneficial. I'm always acknowledge and give Black men their credit because we all screwed up in some kind of way. And I think that the main thing to focus on is what positive do a Black man offer to the table. Now, what's my evidence? Now, listen, this is irrefutable evidence. Irrefutable evidence. You're talking about a man who does not criticize Black women at all. Do you understand? At all. He does not criticize Black women at all. He supports their weave. He has a video where he said some of you need it. You look at many of his thumbnails that are the black women have weave, they have wigs on. Okay, he doesn't question how they leave their kids' fathers at a record rate, how they destroy black families. Kevin Samuels made a talking point of it. They destroy homes, home wreckers. That's a huge problem for any people. Okay? And I'm comparing Tariq. Let me tell you who I'm comparing him to. I'm comparing him to content creators like Accountable Commentary. Okay? Who is like seen as the absolute worst. I'm telling you, he has more momentum than Tariq Nasheed right now, along with some other content creators. You all will recognize it. And this content creator exclusively uploads videos exposing divestors. Now look at the title of this stream. Look at the title of this stream. Telling you, black men are more motivated by the truth, and the truth has more momentum than the feel-good, and that's part of Black American history. You see it in the churches, the feel-good speeches, which is basically when you're speaking about Black Americans only and always in a positive light, with bias towards women. That's just like the church. You go there to feel good. It's part of the matriarch. It's only speaking positively about FBA, that's part of the matriarch. It's directly connected to the church type style. That's why Umar sounds so much like a preacher. And so does Tariq to an extent. They got this preacherist type of energy popping off. So look at the title of this stream. It's a live stream by Tariq that he did 4 years ago. 4 years ago. It's titled The Attack on Black Women. I chose this video because of the title, and I knew that black women would flock to it. I knew that they would appreciate it more than the other videos. Okay, because he's giving them praise. This video has 139,000 views. 139,000 views. Uploaded 4 years ago. Yet it has 1,016 comments. What I need people to understand is the value of your videos is not really the views. It's the engagement. Your engagement is more important. Your engagement is more important. It's more important for a video than the views alone. Because the views could include, and do include, people who don't even watch the video. They might accidentally click on it. They might listen to just the first half and move on, right? Yet look at this video. Uploaded 3 weeks ago. 11,000 views. Tariq's 4 years ago. 139,000 views. Huge difference. But yet, look at how many comments it has. See, when you comment, you know that person listened to the video. They listen to the video. And they're motivated by the video. That's another thing. They could accidentally click on your video. They could only watch the first half and be like, oh, this is stupid, move on. But when they leave a comment, you know they've listened to it. 100 has more comments. And keep in mind, this is primarily black men. Primarily black men leaving comments. What does that mean? What does that mean? And remember, on counter commentary, it's only black men. That means black men, a single demographic, is outdoing comment sections that include everyone. Black men have more to say and are more motivated than spaces that have black men and black women, and really all other races. But yet these videos have a higher engagement rate. And you see the title, Divesting Gone Wrong. Brad beats on divestors as if he's preparing for the UFC. One of these divestment channels. Okay. Here's another video by Tariq. The fatherless black culture narrative, a racist lie. Again, I chose this video because it's a video speaking very highly of black women. It's a video that black women will flock to. And what you're seeing here is that these types of videos don't even motivate black women as much as the raw truth motivates black men. Because we are outdoing their engagement still, despite the fact that they include black women, speaking highly of black women, and everybody else is allowed to engage. And this one is absolving black women, giving them a pass for really everything that they've done that has destroyed black communities. And that is the mass and cultural leaving of their kid's father, removing their kid's father from their life, has turned into a culture that's accepted among black women. In this video, he's basically giving cover to that, and not even that motivated black women as much as the truth. Look at how many comments it has. 392 comments. Comments, again, are valuable. It gives more credit to the video than the views. Imagine a video with 100,000 views but 10 comments compared to a video with 10 views and 30 comments. What video moved people more? What video has more potential? What video or content has more momentum is what that's telling you. Now, 41,000 views, 392 comments. Compare that to Accountable Commentary's video he uploaded 2 months ago with 9.8 thousand views. 9.8 thousand views. Tariq's video with 41,000 views has 392 comments. Accountable Commentaries video has 359 comments. With black men alone, not even black women are leaving comments in no other group. That means black men are outdoing in everybody else, the entire other world, all races combined. Black men can comment over there. Black women can comment over there. Brad, Becky, and everybody. The comment section is open to everybody over there. And you mean to tell me, and even though it's a lower number, the fact it shouldn't be this close. Not with 41,000 views. And I'm telling you, this is a constant. Go look at the videos for yourself. This is a constant where these types of videos where we're dealing with the truth has far more comments. And remember, in support of the video. So these are the types of things I look. And you can't compare likes, obviously, because the videos have more views. But the comments, you should take very serious. Not that many people focus on the number of comments. They look at the views and say, look at how powerful of a video that I've created. No. If you want to measure the relevance or how much the message motivate or resonate with the listeners, you look at the comments. You look at the number of comments. I know that some people might leave more than one comment, but remember also that sometimes the comments include replies, which is another thing that increases the value of your video. How many discussions did your video start? Different discussions did your video start. So don't think for 1 second, and this is easy to do, don't think for 1 second that we're over here, being evil, doing and saying things that we're not supposed to or shouldn't, or is somehow immoral. I made a post not long ago, just a few hours ago, where I said that on some of these, or on many of these pro FBA platforms that the brothers have, you hear them use the phrase Queen Mother when they're talking about black women, usually the elderly black women, Queen Mother. But you notice they don't have any type of phrase for black men, King Father, or the Great Father, our Great Father, Malcolm X, or whoever you're talking about. But when they deal with the female Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, etc., you hear them put phrases and titles like Queen Mother in there, our Queen Mother, Harriet Tubman. You don't hear the equivalent for black men. You don't. They rarely even call them kings or anything like that. The lack of respect for black men in FBA culture in many ways is overt. And it surprises me that more people don't recognize it. don't recognize it. The bias that we have for women and against men is so in your face and cultural. And it's important to strip all of that away from your psyche. We have to stop being so anti-male and making it so acceptable to be anti-male. I shared a video, another video, or I made a video of that crazy lady. And y'all saw how that guy stepped in immediately, which was the right thing to do. You don't need to be putting your hands on beating up no Keisha and getting yourself in trouble. That was a working black man. He had his safety glasses on, and he threw them at her. You don't need to be losing your job over some goofy, crazy Keisha. But you heard the energy, you felt the energy there. Oh no, dog, it ain't that serious. Yeah, it is that serious. It is that serious. And that's a huge reason for so many black women being single. And another annoying thing is how, the overuse of this CDC study, this goofy CDC study, where they keep trying to manipulate it. See, when you got to do stuff like that, that gives you away. It gives you away. You're grifting at that point when you have to twist or lie. But saying that go look up the study yourself. I might do a short video covering the actual study, and if I'm not mistaken, I did already. I did show it at least once. That study was not referring to the percentage of black fathers. Also, we have to stop looking at fathers making visits as the equivalent of fathers not only living with their child, but governing the home. That's what the kids need to see. They need to see a father governing his home, making the rules, having far more opportunities and freedom to talk, lecture, teach, discipline. They have to be an intricate part of their lives. The reason I pointed it out years ago on my SBW channel is to clarify that black men are not heartless. They're not simply running away from their kids, trying not to be a part of their kids' life. At the same time, they are not as influential. They're not a part of actually raising the child. The mothers are always still in charge and have the vast majority of influence and conditioning on the child, despite the fact that the father wants to see them and does on occasions. You cannot compare that to there actually being a father in the home. That's why the kids, we have grown up being dysfunctional because of either not being with your father's not in your life, or you've made these little inconsequential, little petty visits that don't do no youngsters no good. Okay, we need to start being realistic. That is what resonates with people, even with black women. Okay, they listen to these videos that we produce. They may not leave comments, but they listen. The truth resonates. Again, fact that we're outdoing all of them, even on pro-black women vid, the truth resonates even with them more than it does with that feel-good content. I've always looked at that as a problem. That desire that black Americans have to just feel good. It came from slavery, rooted in slavery, because, you know, you're dealing with so much. You have to sort of make opportunities to laugh. Laughter, being happy is a part of life. It's meant, you need it in your life. You need it in your life. But it became so much a part of our culture, we were never able to break out of it. Now we still want it. And some people see it as a lick, like, hey, I can talk like a preacher, get that same preacher, but instead of talking about Jesus, we're going to talk about FBA. Okay? But keep in mind, even though that's the culture, another part of our culture is having respect for the truth. That's what it really boils down to. What is the truth? And this is overt. The destroying of black people's minds because they don't have a father. The destruction of them financially. You know, fathers increase the chances that you are successful in life. And you know, they put into you discipline. Things that's going to make a people grow and develop. That's why, again, we don't have an inheritance or nothing like that. And basically had to raise ourselves, because even these goofy stepfathers, and shout out to them, I mean, they've saved the lives of many young black people and snapped out of that. There are a lot of former stepdads. A lot of these stepdads wake up, snap out of it, and then look back like, well, what in the world was I thinking? But yeah, trust the truth. Don't ever get doubtful and thinking that you're immoral, because a lot of black women try to send you on a guilt trip. They like to refer to the truth as hate speech, right? Flag your video, or this, you hate black women, you hate us. I was just watched a video earlier about that. A black woman sitting right in front of the camera saying black men hate us. Black men kept saying black men hate us. And what they're talking about is the truth. Y'all dying off, and you're in a destroyed way. You all becoming obese. You're blowing up, becoming obese, barely walk. And right now, it's even at a much earlier age. I'm seeing real young girls already obese. You got a culture of wearing wigs, other people's literal hair. I mean, it's crazy how y'all going out right now. You're blowing up, obese and overweight, cultural wig wearers, and you're wearing other races' hair, which is beyond insane. You're seen as aggressive, mean, and violent because there's a lot of content on the internet showing you being that way. There are, every other week, there's some study showing that you're the least desired, epically single, yet still have a lot of kids. Now, after thousands upon thousands of you have confessed that you actually filed for divorce, as we all know, you're the last to marry and the first to file for divorce, which means you're collectively, you're out here functioning like slave breeders, like the same breeders from the plantation. That's a diabolical way to go out. Most black men are pointing this out, trying to get you to snap out. It's crazy how loyal black men are. As much as it's become a culture for black women to demonize black men, most black men are still out here trying to plead with black women to change, to snap out of it, to get the demons out of themselves. And I really don't see nothing changing. So yeah, trust the truth, man. I'll leave it there.